Hey guys, Claire here, and in today's video, we're going to talk about all things Harry and Meghan. Since the last video, Duchess Meghan has officially launched her 2023 Rosé, which quickly sold out within an hour. Were you guys lucky enough to snag a few? I've seen some of the girlies fighting on X, formerly known as Twitter. Some people are a little salty that others went in and ordered an insane amount of rosé. As far as I'm concerned, whether you buy 3 bottles, 12, or 24, support is support is support, and I love that for you. Now, according to Mary Claire, People Magazine, and even Newsweek, more is to come as it relates to As Ever's extension into the spirits world. Meghan will be launching a thoughtful collection of wines, and the next stop is sparkling wine. According to Newsweek, significant volumes were shifted of Meghan's rosé, and they won't be restocking the 2023 rosé vintage because it is completely sold out, but they will be replenishing stock with a different vintage and other types as well. Sparkling wine is not far off, and staff very much hope that it'll be out in time for fans to enjoy a glass in the dying days of summer. I can't wait for the continued drops of products. Someone on Twitter joked that Meghan should name her line like sold in under 45 minutes because it's insane how quickly these things sell out. So like I said, were you guys lucky enough to snag a few? Let me know in the comments below.
I guess that's what you call the launch of a successful alcoholic beverage brand. Meghan Markle, Meghan Sussex's first rosé sells out in just over an hour. To be honest, I'm surprised it took an hour. The amount of pre-orders and people waiting with the keyboards ready to get their hands on this stuff was absolutely off the scale. And commercially, we all agree, even in this crazy corner of whatever Meghan touches, talks about, visits, it literally turns to gold. And Netflix must be absolutely overjoyed with the partnership. Literally, they must be thinking, this is the best deal we've ever signed. And on the other side of the ocean, across in the UK, what are the non-working taxpayer-funded royal family achieving? Because this went so well, wait for further attacks on Meghan and Harry. You can smell it in the air. You know and I know it's coming.
Meghan's rosé wine sold out before I got off my flight, so I didn't get a chance to purchase any of the rosé wine. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you who got the opportunity to purchase that wine. Her haters. Her haters was in that As Ever cart purchasing that wine before her supporters and the Sussex squad could purchase it. They wrote articles about it. They were upset because they had to spend $30 or more for her wine. Now, how do you say you broke when you can't afford a $30 bottle of wine? That's broke. I want to be irrelevant just like Meghan. I want to be irrelevant like Meghan. I never thought that I would say that, but I want to be irrelevant just like Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex.
To celebrate the 4th of July, Meghan shared multiple posts on her Instagram, the first of which was a video of her making a charcuterie board, of course featuring products from her As Ever line, specifically her raspberry spread. Also shared photographs of cupcakes made by Prince Archie and Princess Elizabeth. And in the second video features Meghan and her friend Kelly making a 4th of July cocktail. Now, of course, eagle-eyed fans were quick to try to figure out what the Duchess was wearing. And of course, I feel like most of us spotted that blue and white striped shirt from Meghan's iconic Wimbledon look. It's so nice to see her in her chapter of joy. So for all my fellow American listeners, did you guys have a good 4th of July?
Did you see Duchess Meghan's 4th of July posts? Duchess Meghan said, "Happy 4th of July from this very American Montecito home." Y'all, Duchess Meghan said, this is an American household, okay? She said, we celebrate the 4th of July here, okay? I'm married to him, but we're American. We're here, okay? It's an American home, okay? And we'll be celebrating. Get this red, white, and blue cheese tray, okay? Duchess Meghan said, we're very busy. The products are flying off the shelves. the wine, the cookie mix, the jams, the honeys. Yeah, we're very popular right now. Very popular over here. People love what we make. We're gonna do that. Maybe one of these days I'll be able to buy some of these products. One day.
Very few newly launched businesses can say that within an hour they've sold out all of their products with very minimal marketing, I might add. The British press and the press in general certainly provides all the marketing that Meghan could possibly need. She merely needs to post once or twice on her Instagram, hey, I'm gonna be launching these products on this specific day at this specific time, and it all sells out.
Good morning. Welcome in. Today's the day I'm trying my apricot spread from As Ever, and I'm actually really excited. Meghan has yet to miss, and what I love about her products is it forces me to come out my comfort zone. Like, I'm literally baking, making donuts and cakes, and just trying different things. Fun fact about me is I'm just such a picky eater that I would have never chosen anything apricot flavored, but I'm trusting that this is going to be good. My favorite thing is the apricot spread. I love the consistency because as you guys see, it just goes on smoothly and it's not very gooey. Now this is the fun part, adding the flour sprinkles. I feel like flour sprinkles just kind of ups the game. Like it just makes it look like super aesthetic and it's so cute. And yeah. All right, here's the moment of truth. It's very yummy. I actually think I may like this better than the raspberry.
Now, I haven't been able to sample the apricot, so for those of you who have tried the apricot and raspberry, tell me, which one do you prefer?
I got my hands on some of Meghan's As Ever apricot spread. I haven't opened it yet. I was waiting to open it with you guys, so let's go ahead and take a look. Ooh, very nice. There's the jar. I haven't tried any of her spreads yet. I did get the flour sprinkles and honestly, I kind of loved them. So, all right. Got our toast here. Honestly, it smells kind of like when I gave my kids apricot baby food when they were little. It smells just like that, which is not a bad thing. Okay, it is a spread. So here you can see the consistency on it. It is definitely not jam, definitely a spread. So let's try it on the toast. I'm gonna put it on half this toast here. Okay, now for the taste test. It's really good. It tastes like apricot. It's not too sweet. It's not, doesn't taste like there's anything in it but apricot. Apricots, sugar, apricots, lemon juice, fruit pectin. So pretty low ingredient list on that. So it's definitely good. I will definitely be eating the entire jar. Thanks, As Ever, Meghan.
Hang on a second. Is this what I think it is? Is this a sweet treat? Because it looks like a sweet treat and it smells like a sweet treat, so I'm going to try it.
Now, as I've said earlier, we know that there will be another drop of a new product, the sparkling wine, but we've yet to hear if there will be another drop before the end of summer of the other products like the honeys and the spreads and whatnot. So, fingers crossed.
Let's talk about something that doesn't get enough credit. The raw courage to show up online and speak your truth. To voice your opinion. To open your mouth and say anything with conviction. Knowing the second you do, the trolls will crawl out of their little holes. Because once you speak, here come the anonymous accounts. No face, no name, just a cartoon avatar and a superiority complex. They don't create, they criticize. They don't build, they tear down. They exist purely to drag other people down into the pit of bitterness they're drowning in. But here's what they'll never admit. Posting as yourself online is an act of courage because it means being seen, being judged, being attacked. It means enduring snide comments, low blows, dog whistles, character assassinations from strangers. And let's be honest, I get a fraction of the hate Meghan gets, but thank God I'm mentally unshakable and self-actualized enough to know who I am. You can't destabilize someone who's done the inner work. You can't rattle someone who's rooted. And no anonymous gremlin with a fake profile pic is ever going to make me question my worth. I can't imagine the level of strength to walk through what Meghan's walked through. To be in that royal cage, surrounded by snakes in pearls, and still choose to stand tall, speak truth, and protect your peace. She must be made of steel, which is why I will always champion Meghan and Harry. Because this isn't just about royalty, it's about resilience. It's about refusing to let the bullies win. And make no mistake, royalists are bullies. They hide behind tradition, but what they really protect is a system built on cruelty, silence, and control. I loathe bullies. I don't care if they're in a palace or behind a profile pic. If your whole personality is tearing people down for existing, you are not noble. You are not clever. You are spineless. So here's the truth. Courage is being visible in a world that profits off your silence. Courage is speaking when the world tells you to shut up. And courage looks like Harry and Meghan.
If we were to take race out of the equation when it comes to Meghan Markle, not that we should, but for argument's sake we will, but it does provide a lot of context. But if we remove that aspect, the hate she receives reminds me so much of the hate that Anne Hathaway got a few years ago. Because it's the exact same reason. You're seen as too much of a perfectionist, too cheery, too eager. She basically got criticism because she was perceived as doing everything too correctly. I fully believe that even if Meghan Markle were fully white, she might be seen as more palatable, but she would still receive some form of hatred. And frankly, even if he did marry a British white woman, it wouldn't have mattered. Because again, you gotta think back to Diana. She checked off every single box. Young, virgin, aristocratic. Her grandmother was best friends with the Queen Mother, and she was still treated as an outsider. That is why the royal family is so sick and twisted. Even if you fit all those parameters for an ideal royal partner, and you grew up in that environment, and are actually related to them, you're not going to be treated as good enough. It doesn't matter. It's like, unless you were actually born into that family, you're... And even if you were, well, there can only really be one star of the show. If you're not the king or the queen, why are you still here? Diana, Harry, and Meghan are not the first people to feel suicidal as a result of their circumstances in that family. They're just the ones who you know about. But no, just because I'm Team Meghan and Team Black women does not mean I'm anti-white women or I hate white women. I don't. Because even if you are a queen, you don't really have much control over your life either. Elizabeth was put through hell over who she chose to marry. And Philip, long before Diana, was treated as an outsider. Now, in fairness, a few of Philip's sisters were married to prominent leaders of the Nazi Party. And as a way to avoid being targeted due to anti-German sentiment at the time, the royal family changed their name from Saxe-Coburg-Gotha to Windsor. There's a very good multi-part docuseries about the royal family called The Royal House Windsor that was on Netflix, but they got rid of. But make no mistake, the backlash towards Meghan Markle is predominantly because of racism. But the American white women who criticize her, let's be clear about something, you could not do any better. At least Meghan, as an actress, actually has media training. Be realistic, your flyover state could never.
The British media has been crashing out about all of the As Ever products in the last couple weeks. When they say Meghan is trying to hide something about her jam, what they're trying to say is that she doesn't actually make it at home. She uses a supplier that makes it for her. And when they're crying about her tea, what they're crying about is that the supplier that makes her tea has a similar tea that they sell for cheaper costs. As any American will tell you, that's capitalism, baby. Her name, her branding, and her packaging allow her to sell her tea for a little bit more. And guess what? People are paying it. If people didn't want her tea, they wouldn't buy it. And the only person that I can tell who is actually telling the truth about this in broadcast journalism is Ellen Coughlin, who reacted to this live on television and basically said, yeah, that's industry standard. You can't actually make jam and tea inside of your own home and then sell it because industry regulations will not allow that. So as usual, the British media is crying because Meghan is so successful, and they're just trying to find any tiny little thing to take her down. And as Ellen points out, King Charles doesn't make his jam at his kitchen table either. He has a supplier as well. So if you're going to talk about her jam, you're going to have to talk about his jam.
So Meghan Sussex launched her $30 a bottle rosé and it sold out in under an hour. And here is why it's bigger than wine. So let's talk about the power of a woman who's been underestimated, who's been vilified, who's been mocked, and yet she continues to build brands that sell out before most people can even refresh their carts. And Meghan's As Ever Rosé wasn't just a wine drop, it was a cultural moment. Yes, the rosé is well crafted, but let's not pretend this was just about how it tasted. This is about legacy. This is about agency. This is about a woman who is building her own table. And this is about a woman who has a community that have rallied around her because they are determined for her to succeed. I mean, this goes to show that if you are denied a seat at a table, you can go out and build your own. She doesn't need a reality TV show, or she doesn't need to stage a comeback of any sort. All she needs to do is drop a bottle of wine with elegance, with intention, and guess what? Her fans responded. And in 45 minutes to be sold out, this is not hype, this is resonance, because the way she has been treated resonates with so many of us.
Well said. The purpose of this channel, of course, was inspired by Royal Sussex, but it's really about supporting Meghan because the treatment of her pissed me off and broke my heart in equal measure.
So I haven't posted in a while. I think we've posted some podcast stuff, but I haven't actually done a talk post myself. So the last post I did was about Meghan Markle and all of the hate that she gets for breathing, basically. I've posted about her twice, and both times I have to go into my comments and I delete comments. I'm not here. I don't want to see this stupid, idiotic crap that people are writing about her. So I usually delete and I moderate. But because I haven't been online, I haven't been able to do that. And just the amount of, what is wrong with people? What is wrong with people? Just, if you don't like her, keep scrolling. Just leave her alone. I do not understand this obsessive hate. It is petrifying. It is so scary. Y'all are crazy. That's all I gotta say.
Duchies, I just gotta say, I love me some Duchess of Sussex, okay? That is my girl. Unfortunately, the media and the British press has bogged down on her so bad that now that she's back on social media, the girl got to turn off her dang on comments. That don't make no sense on both pages, on the Meghan page and the As Ever page. I don't get why you have to do that because people have so much hatred for you. It makes no sense. She is not in your country anymore. You didn't want her, so we took her back. And you're still bothering us. So it's just almost like it's not enough, but y'all don't want us to say anything about race. Well, what else are we supposed to think? Because that's exactly what it is. Otherwise, you would leave the girl alone. You wouldn't be worried about it. If you ain't paying taxes for her, you wouldn't be worried about what she's doing. But we all know what it really was about. It was about race and it was about controlling her, but you can't control her. And now you're still mad about it because she's living her life, living her dream and making money, and y'all still got an issue with it. You know what? Y'all need to get a life.
Happy 4th of July, one and all. The Duchess of Sussex has just been serving us divine content today. From her gorgeous video this morning where she's giving us divine charcuterie tips, to this lovely carousel of sweet treats, which are homemade cupcakes it looks like, 4th of July cake, and the creme de la creme of all photos in her carousel, a photo of her and her hubby, or H as she refers to him as. Also, accompanied with a carousel of lovely photos is this caption: our second date was the 4th of July 2016 and H brought me cupcakes to celebrate. Now, all these years later, our 2 children are in on the tradition. Happy Independence Day. May your day be as sweet as these cupcakes. Ugh, these two are just so in love. But aside from this fabulous charcuterie video, Meghan just dropped a gorgeous as ever cocktail video. I just know cocktails with Duchess Meghan would be a damn party. And you know what, to all of her haters, this is called winning. She is winning. Have a fabulous 4th of July, everyone. Once again, thank you for the gorgeous aesthetic content from you, Duchess.
Sorry I can't come to the phone right now. I'm a little bit busy with girl therapy, but I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Just for all the Meghan Markle doubters, I'm currently on a wireless monitor. Yeah, this is my weird shaped bump. No wires attached, but the monitor's underneath, and that's where it's taking the readings.
Hello, can I get some breadfruit, please?
We no have that.
Oh, okay. How about some plantain?
We no have that.
Oh, okay. Oxtail?
You not hear me the first time?
I did.
Look on the sign. Read it back to me.
We not have anything.
We no have that. How many times me need for say it?
Oh,
eh?
Sorry.
Meghan is lying about her jam. We know what it says on the jar. Nobody is confused about this. We're just calling it jam because every time we mention a PB&J, you need an explainer on all the different types of preserved products. Just call it jam like normal people. It's not jam, it's jelly. The seeds are strained out. It's a different product, and besides, the joke won't work. You know what? This isn't what she lied about anyway. I can't wait to hear what this is about. Her jam isn't made in her kitchen. It's made in a factory downtown. A factory. It's too bad she didn't make peach jam because that really would have landed. Don't you see the problem? You seem to think that it's possible for Meghan to run a full-scale industrial manufacturing line out of her residential kitchen. I'm very concerned about you. I think maybe you need to talk to someone else. We don't see why she can't. It seems perfectly reasonable. I can literally think of 1,000 reasons, but not getting botulism is kind of at the top. I don't think you understand what a big deal this is. She is making her products in a factory. How can I get you to understand what industry standard is? Royal family have a jam, right? Yes, and it is not lying about being jam. Okay, great. And is that jam made in the kitchens at Windsor? No, it's made in a factory in Italy. It's just so close to Windsor. Wow. What about the carbon footprint of all of this? Meghan has to get there every day. She's just flying her private jet there and back. That's so much carbon feet. And then you have to like ship all these things all around. What are the carbon feet of that? Do you know the carbon footprint of either of these operations? Maybe we should start with the carbon footprint of DTC shipping in general. We don't want to bog anyone down with like facts and numbers and statistics and things. Okay, so we just have one set of rules for Meghan and another set of rules for everybody else. Is that what I'm getting? Ah, that is exactly what we are asking for. Like we aren't trying to be subtle about this. Do you think we're being subtle? Yeah, you're really not. We're trying to really be obvious. Like we're ready to state it out loud.
And with that, we've come to the conclusion of today's video. Wherever you guys are, I hope you're having a wonderful day. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video.